Hi there! Still on chapter 33 of Harry Hill presents Matt Millz, Ordinary Schoolboy, or the world's youngest stand-up comedian. Right then, said Simon. You've got a lot to prove, young man. Off you go. There was a lighting change. Matt stepped forward to the microphone, took it off its stand and started. Thanks, Simon. Simon Bewell, ladies and gentlemen, the only person in show business who has his hair dry cleaned. As Matt finished the line, something extraordinary happened. The audience laughed. Not just a little laugh, or even a big laugh, like the ones he and Rob had got at the school talent show. No, this was something of a completely different order. It was like a shockwave. In fact, as it hit him, it all but took his breath away. Matt staggered back slightly, winded. He gulped for air. The room started to spin. He grabbed the microphone stand to steady himself and somehow managed to get out his next gag. I know a lot of you are looking at me thinking, blimey, he's young. It's true, I'm so young that if I'm having a drink, I still like to have a rusk with it. Another shockwave of laughter hit him in the chest, but this one didn't knock him back. No, this time something inside him kicked in. Instinct. Matt didn't understand how he knew how long to let each laugh start to die down before throwing out his next gag. He didn't know why within a couple of seconds he was prowling the stage like a tiger. He couldn't tell you how he knew to turn at certain points to deliver punchlines in particular places, to pull faces or illustrate his gags with actions. It just happened. Unlike the WI gig, where he just had a few moments to judge whether to embellish the lines with a look or an ad-lib, here the laughs brought him thinking time. Sometimes he'd let the laugh die away completely to build a little tension. Then pow! In with the killer punchline. Other times he'd hit them with 3 gags in quick succession. Pow, pow, pow! He felt something he hadn't really experienced before as a 12-year-old boy. He felt powerful, like he was controlling this huge crowd, dragging them away, and that to wherever he wanted them to go. He couldn't see people rocking back and forth in their seats. One middle-aged lady in the front row had tears streaming down her face. He almost wanted to turn around to see if someone else had come on. Surely they couldn't possibly be laughing at him. But they were, and most importantly of all, so were the judges. Even Simon, chuckling away self-consciously, exchanged looks with David. The only person not laughing was Kitty Hope. No, she was standing in the wings watching Matt with a look of absolute concentration. Come on, that's it, take your time, she muttered to herself, like a trainer sitting ringside at a boxing match. And the laughs kept building and building until there were nothing left for Matt to do but get off. My name's Matt Millz. That's all from me. Good night, he hollered over the laughter, and with a slight bow of the head, stepped back from the mic. The whole place erupted. 3,632 pairs of hands clapped wildly. Matt wasn't ready for the emotions that the audience reaction sparked in him. It was almost too much, overwhelming. That 5 minutes had seemed like 30 seconds. He was laughing, yet he felt like crying. He looked to the wings and saw Kitty jumping up and down and clapping and screaming. He'd never seen her so animated. It was David Walnuts who spoke first. That was really funny, Matt. Unbelievably accomplished for someone so young. Well done. Oh, you're so cute, Matt, squealed Amanda. I just love you. I want to take you home with me. Not sure you should take her up on that offer, Matt, said Simon dryly, then gave his assessment. Look, Matt, I don't usually like comedians, But you're young. You came out here and you made a couple of thousand people laugh. Fair play to you. I think you've got a big future in this business, right? Let's vote. Matt closed his eyes and allowed himself a moment to think back over the last couple of weeks. The Angle Brooks Got Talent show, the run-ins with Mr. Pavey, the ill-fated gig for the ladies of the WI, the ups and the downs, with his best friend Rob teaming up with Kitty, being chucked out of the Apollo on their first trip, Mrs. Trotman's and Magda's makeover, and hitting rock bottom with the awful gig at the Cavendish just last night. Wow, he'd heard people on talent shows describe their journey as being a roller coaster ride 1,000 times, but now there seemed no phrase that came closer to pinning it down. It had been a ride, all right, the ride of his life. As he stood there with his eyes closed, he was suddenly aware that the judges were taking an awfully long time to make their decisions. He opened his eyes. And that's where we'll end tonight. What's going to happen? Good night.